Hi, I am Dr. Thangakasi Rajan. Today we are going to see the annealing process. In the last video we have discussed about the various heat treatment process, various structures. Let us quickly recall what we have learned in the previous lecture. So we have deeply get into the what is the heat treatment process and different types of cooling, rapid cooling and slow cooling. During the rapid cooling we obtained soft structure, hard structure. During the slow cooling process we will obtain the soft structure. And what is the purpose of heat treatment process? So the main objective of the heat treatment process is to relieve the internal stress, to refine the grain size. These two are very important, and in order some industry look for easy machinability. So for that they have to improve the machinability through the heat treatment process. And these are all the 6 types of heat treatment process. First one we call it as annealing, second one we call it as normalizing, third one we call it as hardening, fourth one we call it as tempering, fifth one Marr tempering, and sixth one Ast tempering. Let us see one by one here. So this is the summary we have discussed. Austenite is the state where cooling started. So a cooling starts from austenite. On slow cooling we will obtain perlite structure, on moderate cooling we will obtain bainite, and rapid quenching we get martensite. So here this is a simple comparison for strength and ductility on different structures. See, spheroidite structure, coarse perlite, fine perlite, bainite, martensite, and tempered martensite and martensite. So this is the arrow indicated, which means that in order to get a high strength we go for martensite. In order to obtain a very good ductility we go for spheroidite structure. So these are all the diagrammatic representation of the various structures, and this is the iron carbon equilibrium diagram. Okay. Now let me start from here. What is annealing? See, according to American Society of Testing of Materials, annealing is defined as a softening process. It is a process where a material is brought back to a very soft state which is suitable for machinability. So annealing refers to a wide group of heat treatment process and is performed primarily for homogenization. Homogenization is also a very important parameter before we start doing work on the material. Okay. So annealing also eliminates the chemical or physical non-homogeneity. So let us see one by one what is chemical homogeneity, physical non-homogeneity. Let us see. So the main purpose of annealing is to relieve the internal stress which is stored inside the material. Generally a material is manufactured, formed from the ingots. Either it may be a casted form, it may be in the forged form. So some amount of heat already stored in the form of residual stress. So when we start working with that stress, we cannot obtain a desired property. So for that, first of all we have to relieve the internal stress, and also we have to increase the softness, machinability and formability, because energy is very important. So if a soft material can be shaped into a different shape easily, and also we go for refinement in the grain structure. So there are 4 types of annealing. First one we call it as full annealing, second one we call it as process annealing or intermediate recrystallization annealing, third one we call it as stress relief annealing, and fourth one we call it as periodized annealing. So generally you remember these 3 temperatures. A1 represents lower critical temperature, and ACM represents upper critical temperature for cementite, and A3 represents upper critical temperature for ferrite. So note down this nomenclature: A1, ACM and A3. and this graph shows the typical annealing process. Look at this temperature. So, A1, what is the A1? A1 represents lower critical temperature and A3 represents upper critical temperature. See, this is the place where annealing, full annealing process occurred. So, look at this. So, this is the place where full annealing. So, above this place, these things we call it as normalizing, and spheroidal annealing happens just below the lower A1 temperature, and this is the place where process annealing took place. So, these are all the some important points. So, the same thing is also represented here. Process annealing happens below the AC1, spheroidal annealing and full annealing. See, full annealing, the step by step procedure. The first step is to heat to the upper critical temperature. So, upper critical temperature slightly above, some 30 to 50 degrees centigrade. So, that is 723 degrees centigrade, above which we call it as upper critical temperature, where alpha and gamma and ferrite refer as ferrite, austenite and cementite phase. The second step is to hold the steel component for a particular time, maybe 2 hours, 4 hours, and the final step is to cool in the furnace. We cannot use air as the medium, we keep the material inside the furnace itself and cool the material in a very slow rate for obtaining the soft material. See, what is the use of full annealing is to make the material suitable for cold working, welding, to remove the internal stresses, to reduce the hardness and increase the ductility, to refine the grain structure. So, these are all the important uses full annealing. And this is the process annealing or recrystallization annealing. During the cold working process, the structure is disturbed. So, we need to go for recrystallization. So, for recrystallization generally happens between the temperature 550 degrees centigrade to 675 degrees centigrade, and also for the carbon which is less than 0.25. So, we can do for low carbon steel. For low carbon steel, we can go for this process or recrystallization annealing, where the crystalline structure after the cold working process can be refined. So, example, forging and rolling process is explained here. In certain case, recrystallization annealing may also applied as a final heat treatment process. And third one, we call it as stress relief annealing. Stress relief annealing means internal residual stress that is stored during the plastic deformation. Generally during the plastic deformation or metal forming process, some amount of internal stress is stored in the form of residual form. So, that has to be eliminated from the material, otherwise it will cause distortion or warpage. So, for stress relief annealing, we have to heat the steel from 500 degrees centigrade to 600 degrees centigrade, hold it for 1 to 2 hours and cool in the room temperature, and cool to the room temperature using air. So, by this method we can relieve the residual stress stored in the material. And last one, this is a very important process, spheroidal annealing, for increasing in order to improve the machinability. Everyone want to go for this spheroidal annealing form, where the particles are converted into a granular form, globular form or granular form, which is a homogeneous state for machinability, for good machinability. So, what we have to do is, we have to heat the temperature just below the lower critical temperature, just below the lower critical temperature. In all the 4 types, you have to look at the temperature where I have to kept and where I have to go. So, when I kept the temperature heat, the perlite to globular cementate particles, but this process is very slow and requires more time for obtaining the uniform homogenized spheroidized structure. So, look at this graph. So, okay, look at this graph. So, here the lamellar structure of perlite is converted into globular form and the temperature is just below the lower critical temperature. So, the main objective of conducting this spheroidal annealing form, doing this spheroidal annealing form is to increase the ductility and toughness, to improve the machinability and formability, to reduce the hardness, strength and wear resistance. And this is the simple comparison in order to understand the 4 process easily. For full annealing, for process annealing, what is the temperature? For stress relief annealing, what is the temperature? For spheroidal annealing, what is the temperature? And also you can come up in a single slide. So, full annealing, process annealing, stress relief annealing, spheroidal annealing. What I have explained is given in the slide. So, you just pause and read this slide. And if you have any queries, you please ask in message. Thank you.